Morning student, today I am here to revise you the grammar lesson, the tenses. Now we have already discussed a lot in online classes, and once again I am going to revise you this lesson. And before that I welcome you all to my English class. So children, let's start. First of all, let me revise with the word that what is a tense. So children, the form of verb which shows the time of an action and degree of completeness of an action is tense. Okay, we mention the time of the action in the following way. Okay. So children, now I will be explaining you. Now children, first of all, I will be explaining you tenses. So what is a tense? A tense is that form of verb which shows time of an action or degree of completeness of it is known as tenses. Now children, here the verb form which shows the time of an action. So tense, children, two things is required to complete the definition of a tense. First, what is a tense? The form of verb which shows the time of an action and its degree of completeness. So first of all, what is a time of an action? So we mention the time of the action in the following way. So children, the time of the action is mentioned in the following way. So children, work which is done, action which is happening now. Action, what is the present tense? Action which is happening now. Past is action that are actions that are completed. And what is the future tense? Action that will be completed. So children, present, past and future, you can see that we mention the time of an action in the following way. Okay, present, an action which is happening now. Past, action that is already completed. Okay, or that has the action which we have completed that action. And then children, future, the action which will be happening. Okay, that is a future tense. And children, degree of completeness of an action is mentioned in the following way. Now children, so children, this is the three way where we show that the time of an action is mentioned in the following way. That is in the present tense, the things which is the action which takes place now. Then in the past tense, the things which has happened, and in the future tense, action that will be happen after now. Now degree of completeness of an action, children, is mentioned in the following manner, like in indefinite tense, in simple, let's take the present tenses, and in simple present tense, what happened? An action takes place, but we don't know whether that action is completed or not. In present continuous, an action happened in the present time and which is continuing, which is happening, which is still happening at the time of speaking. In present perfect, the action is completed or is about to complete now. Then present continuous tense, when the action has started in the past but it is still in progress now in the present. So children, in this manner we mention the degree of completeness of action. Now children, I am going to start with the simple present tense, and for that you have to learn the uses also. So first we will be doing the uses, and then we will be discussing the sentence. We will be discussing the sentence structure. So first, uses of simple present tense, and first use is habitual action. Second use is universal person. Third quotations. Okay, fourth is commentary. So children, these are the uses of simple present tense. So first use, it is used in the habitual action. What is a habitual action? The action which is repeated, which has been repeating, like my father drinks coffee. My father drinks coffee in the morning. That means every day the father is drinking coffee. Every day the father is taking coffee. Okay. So here the action is an habitual action. I go to school at 7:30. That means every day at 7:30 you go to school. Okay. Then children, then to express general truth or universal truth, like the earth revolves around the sun. The earth revolves around the sun. It is a universal truth. The stars twinkles at night. The stars are twinkling. They twinkles at night. This is a scientific fact. This is a general truth. This is a universal truth. So here we use this present indefinite tense. Then children, then whenever we use quotations, like Shakespeare says, one dead letter is not gold. Shakespeare says. Okay, we don't write Shakespeare said. So Shakespeare says is what? Shakespeare says is, you can see here says is written here. So Shakespeare says one dead letter is not gold. Though Shakespeare is no more here, but then also instead of saying Shakespeare said, okay, if you will see the grammatical fact that the Shakespeare is no more here. But then children, one of the uses of present indefinite tense that it is used to introduce quotation. Okay, so Shakespeare says one dead letter is not gold. Then children, whenever there is a commentary, Saurabh has passes ball to Rustam, and Rustam is batting. Okay, so in such type of, when there is a commentary, we mostly use what? We mostly use simple present tense. Then children, when a planned future action is there, when a future action is there, so instead of using children future tense, okay, when planned future action is there, then what do we use? We use simple present tense, like our Prime Minister leaves for Delhi tomorrow. Now children, here the Prime Minister is leaving the next day. It is a future time action, but since it is there in the schedule, so it is used in the simple present tense. So children, I have told the uses of simple present tense. It is used in the habitual action, it is used in the universal truth, it is used in the quotation, it is used with commentary, it is used with planned future action. Now children, I will be explaining about the sentence structure. But before explaining sentence structure, you have to know three things. First of all, what is a verb? So verb, with verb children, we know an action has been done or work has been done, or what is the state of a person or thing. Then we should know subject and object. So what is a subject? The children, noun or pronoun which comes before the verb is a subject. Noun or pronoun which comes after the verb is an object. Okay. Then children, we should also know first person, second person, or third person. So first person singular is I, and plural is we. I and plural is we. Then children, second. Then second person. Okay. Second person children, where it is I and we. Then what is the second person? Second person is you or your or you. Third person is he, she, it, any name. It can be your name also. Okay. Or any singular thing. And then children, third person plural. It is children or men. Okay, men, or they or them. So many things are there. And remember that it is used simple present tense is having all the, now we will be doing all the three sentence structure of simple present tenses. So children, now I will be explaining you the sentence structure. So in sentence structure, first of all children, we will be discussing the sentence structure in the affirmative sentence. Okay, and what is the formula, what is the sentence structure here? Subject plus V1 plus object. It is subject plus V1 plus object. Okay, so you have to learn, and you have to, children, then only you have to learn it, this formula, then only you will be able to write correct sentences. So it is subject, it is plus V1 plus object, like he goes to school. Okay, now children, in V1 we will use S or ES. Okay. Yes, you can write, children, V1 so children, with here this is the subject, this is V1 plus ES plus object. Okay, so this is the, children, this is the sentence structure in the affirmative sentence. Okay, subject plus V1 plus object. You can write two more, like Rani brings tea. This is T is object, this is V1 plus S, and this is subject. Okay, so in the in simple present tense, okay, in the affirmative sentences we use S or ES. Then negative. Negative sentence. Then negative sentence. In what is the formula for negative sentence? Subject plus do not object does not plus V1. So write it, subject plus do not plus does not plus object. No, plus yes. This is the formula. Okay, for negative sentences, you can see subject plus do not plus does not plus first form the verb. They do not play football. Second, she does not cook food. Okay, so children, you can see the changes generally takes in third person singular. With she or he, we write S or ES in a in the children with two, or in the verb we use S or ES. Okay, so children, in the negative, what is the formula for negative sentence in the simple present tense? It is subject plus do not plus object does not plus V1 plus object. Take not She does not cook food. She does not cook food. They do not play football. She does not cook food. Okay, so subject plus do not plus does not plus given plus object. They do not play football. She does not cook food. Okay, so you can see these are the negative sentence. Then children, with the interrogative, I will be telling you the children sentence structure of interrogative sentence. Okay, so it will be do oblique does. Do oblique does plus subject plus V1 plus object. Do oblique does plus subject plus V1 plus object. Okay, so you can say example, does Ritu loves singing? Then do Rajesh play carom? Okay, no. Do I play carom, or do you play carom? You can also write do you play carom. Okay, so these are some of the children sentence structure, some of the formula of the simple present tense. Okay, so once again children, you should know that when there is a habitual action, what do we use? What do we use here? We use children simple present tense when there is a habitual action or there, or when there is a universal truth is there. Okay, or when there is a children when there is a universal truth, habitual action, quotations, commentary, and plant picture action. So children, one note I think you should write it, which I will be telling you. So what is the note which you should note it down? It's very important. When the subject is third person singular, when the third person singular, he, she, it, or any single name s or es is added to the base form of the verb. So then on this you have to write it. When the subject is third person singular number, he, she, it, or any single name s or es is added to the base form of the verb. S or es is added to the base form of the verb. Okay, when the subject is third person singular number, he, she, it, or any single name or s or es is added to the base form of the verb. Okay, this is the note you have to make. Now children, many people are confused where to use s or es. Children, one thing which I will be telling you, when the base from the verb end with o, double s, sh, ch or x, es is added. Okay, like finish, you can see it is ended with sh. Then reach, it is ending with ch. Then mix, it is ending with x. So what do we use children? S or es is added here. And when the verb ends in y is preceded by a consonant, y is changed into I and es is added. In rest of the verb, only s is added to the base form of the verb, like goes, talks, feels, says, laughs. Okay, so this you have to write it. Now the other important thing is that how to use do or does. So children, again you can make a note. In fact, I am dictating you and you please write it. Like do is used with first person, okay, with I and we, and with second person you, and third person plural number they, these, those, boys. Okay, so children, here uh, you have to, I'm going to tell you how to use do and does. So for children, first of all, do is used with first person, remember it, I and we. With the second person, with you, and with the third person plural number, that is they, these, those, boys, etc. Okay, and does is used when third person singular number, he, she, it, or any single name is there. Okay, so children, this is simple present tense we have finished. And now children, I will be telling you the uses of present continuous tense. Okay, I will be telling you the uses of present continuous tense. So children, now I am going to tell you the uses of present continuous tense. As you can see, the meaning of continuous is that the verb is continued at the time of speaking. Okay, so we use this tense to express an action that is going on at the time of speaking. An action that is going on at the time of speaking. Okay, like children are playing. So children, first thing what we will write, an action that is first uses is that an action that is going on at the time of speaking. Okay, just like Rita is playing tennis. Rita is playing tennis. So children, this is action which is continuing at the time of speaking. Okay, children are playing. Children are seeing the movie. Okay, so in both the cases you can see that the action is continued at the time of speaking. So this is simple present continuous tense. Now children, the other uses of present continuous tense is that an action that may not be happening at the time of speaking, but it may happening around the time of speaking. Like children, some of the action is not happening right at the moment. Like I am teaching, this is happening right at the moment. You are listening to me, this is happening right at the moment. You are studying, this is happening at the right of the moment. But if I will say, I am learning German. Right now I am not learning German. But nowadays I am learning German. This is happening around the time of speaking. This is happening around the time of speaking. So children, this is another use of present continuous tense. This is another use of present continuous tense. Okay. Then children, present continuous tense is also used in a planned future action. A planned future action. George is flying for United Kingdom next month. George is flying for United Kingdom next month. So children, here it is a planned future action. So we are using present continuous tense. Okay. Now see. So now we will be doing the sentence structure of the present continuous tense. First we will take affirmative sentence. What is the formula for affirmative sentence? Okay, so this I think I've this you have to write it. First is affirmative sentence. Okay, is am are plus V1 plus ing. Is used with singular, am generally is used with I, and are is used with plural. Okay, like for example, I am writing a poem. So generally I am is used with I. Then he is writing a poem. Then they are writing, yes, they are writing story. Okay, so you can see is writing with they. We are using they are. With I have used I am. Okay, and with he or she or is, where I have used is writing. Now, so children with affirmative I have told you. Now children with the negative sentence. With negative sentence. Okay. So children with negative sentence. What is the formula for negative sentence? Subject plus did not plus V1. Subject plus did not plus V1. Okay. They did not go to the school. She did not pay attention in the she did not pay attention in the class. Okay, so you can see, and now children, okay, we can write one more sentence. Alright, like okay, so these are the sentence of negative sentence of the tense, present, simple continuous tense, present continuous tense. Now children, interrogative sentence structure of present continuous tense. What is the interrogative sentence structure of present continuous tense? Is am are plus subject plus V1 plus ing. Is am are plus subject plus V1 plus ing plus object. Am I going to sing a song? Is he going to drive formula, both the formula of interrogative sentence and negative sentence, and of course of positive sentence. I've told you, okay, of two tenses, present continuous tense and simple present tense. So children, learn this sentence structure and the uses, otherwise you will be confused. Okay, with this children, I end my session here, and next time children, I will be teaching you the other tense, that is present perfect tense. So goodbye and have a nice day ahead.